Welcome back everybody, I hope you're having a beautiful day today and I hope you're ready for what we're going to read today. It's going to be a wonderful time and thank you for joining me guys. The first one that we're going to read is on the relationship subreddit. My 29 female partner 34 male cheated on me and didn't tell me for years. I found out from a stranger. What would you do? My 29 female partner 34 male and I have been together for 5 years. We have the most loving, wholesome relationship and have been blessed to have only had one rough patch that we communicated about and we've grown back stronger than ever. Or so I thought. I found out yesterday that he had a full-blown affair about 2.5 years ago with his boss 30 female at work, no longer there. They were seeing each other for 2 months, had the horizontal mumbo upwards of 20 times, and told each other they loved each other. This has all been confirmed by my partner. The worst part is that I found out from the other girl's partner, 35 male of 7 years, who had suspected something went on since it started, while I, on the other hand, was fully clueless with 100% of my trust and devotion invested. The other woman's boyfriend found my partner's work email online and emails him last Thursday telling him he knows what he did and wants answers. My partner immediately started panicking and had the other man call him, and my partner confessed everything to him. The guy told my partner he needs to tell me by the end of the weekend or he'll tell me himself. Well, Tuesday came and my partner did not muster up the respect for me to tell me himself, so I get a random Facebook message out of the blue that destroys my life, or so it feels right now anyway. My partner says it was purely physical and wasn't emotional for him, though some of the details don't suggest that to me personally. It started during one rough patch we had in our relationship. I was working full-time and studying 4+ hours after work most nights to get my new careers licensing to build a better life for us. He wasn't getting a ton of attention during this time, I will admit, but also never suggested it was an issue that I was temporarily very busy for 5 weeks. I legitimately had no clue whatsoever. We both discussed how it was a temporary timeline and how it was definitely worth it for our future and our goals. Yesterday, before I got the dreaded message, I would have told anybody that I'd bet my life he was faithful and honest with me always. I would have told you that we had such a strong and wholesome relationship and we've worked so hard together to create a life that we love. I would have told you that he's my forever human and bragged about how blessed I am, and now I just don't know what to do. I don't know how I could move past this and mend our relationship. He is clearly full of remorse and said that he'll happily take years of making it up to me to not lose me, but I don't know. Please help. Please tell me what you would do or what steps you'd take to consider your future moves. Oh my god, 100% get out of there, OP. Do not stay with him, whatever you do. You're never going to trust him ever again and he doesn't deserve you, OP. What I feel like most people would do is get out of there. Of course you're not going to stay with him, OP. I don't even feel like that should be an option at this point. Yeah, the top comment, I think you said most of it here yourself. If this is what happens during a rough patch, especially a time where you were working your ass off literally to provide a better life for you both, terrible behavior, and you put it perfect. He couldn't muster up the respect to tell me. I'm sorry, but you deserve a hell of a lot better. Good God, girl, get out. Yeah, definitely get out of there, OP. Yeah, the comment under that too, why would you move past it and mend the relationship? He never planned to tell you. He didn't even find the courage to tell you himself after getting the ultimatum by his boss's partner. He kept on lying that it didn't mean anything. While you know there was more and they confessed each other their love, he has proven that he's absolutely untrustworthy, not because he wants to be, but his character's too weak to be honest with you, and he's shown you that he's willing to lie to you even more if that means your reaction gets easier to handle for him. Him being or acting remorseful means nothing. He doesn't regret cheating on you, he regrets being caught. I'm so sorry you have to experience this, but now's the time you have to ask yourself if you're really willing to spend the rest of your life with a cheater. All the best. Yeah, obviously, it goes without saying that you deserve so much better, OP. Oh, what's that? We're having a bit of a rough patch. I better go and have an affair. If I were you, I'd never speak to him again, OP. The next one's on the Am I the A-hole subreddit. Am I the A-hole for how I reacted when my parents surprised my 16-year-old little sister with a new car for her birthday after she finished her cancer treatment, but bought me a $25 gift card and a book for mine, which was only 2 weeks after? My sister was diagnosed with cancer last year. It's been hard on her family and even harder on her. I love my sister and I tried to be there for her as best as I could. I also did everything I could to make things easier for my parents. I took over all the chores, I cooked every day, I cleaned the house, I did laundry, I took care of my younger sibling and I babysat them more. Luckily she is doing well and has recently finished her treatment, which is great and we're all grateful. Our birthdays are 2 weeks apart and hers was 2 weeks ago. My parents bought her a car to celebrate after everything she went through, which I do understand. She does deserve it, but I was a bit surprised because I thought they didn't have any money. My dad's been unwilling to help me get a used car since last year, telling me that they don't don't have the money. I didn't even want him to pay for all of it. I have been saving up and I just wanted them to help with the rest of it. But he kept on telling me that they have no money for that. Well, my birthday rolled around and my parents bought me a book that I mentioned in passing and a $25 takeout gift card to a place that I like. I thanked them, but they saw that I wasn't too thrilled and they asked me what was wrong. How could they not know? What the hell? I told them that while I appreciate the gifts, I thought they were finally going to help me with the remaining $800 to buy the used car, saying that they could afford a new car for my sister. But that's when they accused me of being jealous of my sister, who'd just gone through something very traumatic, and that I was trying to make everything about me and why couldn't I just be happy for her? They said at the end of the day, I have a job and I could just continue saving. Am I the a-hole? Oh my god, parents, you can't buy your 16-year-old daughter a new car and not expect your other kid to be jealous? What are you talking about? No, you're not the a-hole, OP, and how did they not see what they're doing? The top comment says, info, how old are you and what did you get for your 16th? OP said, I'm 19, I got new headphones. Yeah, there you go, you got new headphones, and your sister got a new car. Yeah, this comment, what I want to know is if OP took over all the chores, cooked and did laundry and babysat the younger siblings, what did the parents do? Like maybe they both work full time, but it's still insane that OP was able to take all of this on for them. Ungrateful ass parents, not the a-hole. And also this one, not the a-hole. It's not jealousy to feel undervalued. I understand that your sister has been through hell, but siblings of sick kids always seem to get lost in the panic. It's entirely up to you, but if it were possible, I'd really talk to your parents about how this made you feel. You stepped up and you took care of the household while never giving up on your sister. I think they're probably scared, and I get the diagnosis changed everybody's life, but if they continue to paint this picture of you in their heads that you're resentful and jealous, that can negatively impact your relationship with them in the future. Yeah, ungrateful ass parents. That's such a good point too in that comment. Feeling undervalued isn't jealousy. Like, oh, how did you expect me to react when you bought my sister a car and you bought me a book? Oh my god. No, your parents suck, OP. You're not the a-hole. And also, I'd stop helping them too. Yeah, this comment too, not the a-hole. Stop helping out. Tell them to hire a cleaner and a babysitter and then move out. And this comment too, your parents really said that you're making your own birthday all about you? Ah yeah, that's the point of birthdays. Not the a-hole, but I would consider trying to talk to them again if they are normally reasonable people. They might not have realized how it would look to you, and they might be ashamed. Yeah, this comment too, not the a-hole. I get it, cancer is scary, but the fact that you picked up a lot of the slack in the household for them, and that went unnoticed and unappreciated is not okay. They clearly haven't put any effort in with you because your sister is sick, and that's leading to a golden child issue that's going to come back to bite them. Try explaining why you feel the way that you do, point out everything that's unbalancing the scales, and if they're still stubborn, go low contact and stop helping them out as much. Yeah, I feel for you, OP. That's such an unfair situation. You're completely not the a-hole though. The next one is called, am I the a-hole for not wanting my stepdaughter's husband in my home? My husband feels I'm favoring my daughter. My daughter Jasmine recently got engaged and it was a beautiful day, but unfortunately I feel like some behavior from my stepdaughter Holly's husband Jack overshadowed the day. I've never been overly fond of Jack, but I keep that to myself. My husband likes him well enough as he's relieved that Holly found somebody. She does not warm up to many people. The issue came when Holly called her father and said that she was briefly in town. Of course my husband wanted to see her, but we already had plans with Jasmine's boyfriend Liam to host a get-together and surprise engagement party. He invited Holly to join us and I was a little bit anxious as Liam hadn't included her on the initial list and doesn't like her very much, but I get that my husband wanted to see her. Jasmine walked into the surprise party blindfolded and found all of her loved ones gathered and a heart of rose petals on the floor. She immediately burst into tears and Liam got down on his knee. I heard Jack say to Holly, "Oh my god, what would you have done if I proposed to you like this?" I felt so annoyed, but I continued to watch the proposal. Liam began listing all the reasons he loved Jasmine and Jack announced to my husband, "Holly is cringing, I can physically feel it." At this point I gave him a look. Jasmine and Liam shared a slow dance and it was so beautiful. Jack appeared to be trying not to laugh and I was furious. After the dance everybody began to socialize and Jack said to my husband, "Someday I'm gonna prank Holly. I'm gonna recreate that proposal and watch her die inside." I lost it and I told him to get out. They tried to brush it off, but I said I was serious. No one needs his negativity and I don't want him to come back for a long time until I feel ready to see him again. My husband is angry and thinks I'm being irrational. I'm serious, I'm so disgusted by him. No, you're not the a-hole, OP. Oh my god. No wonder you don't like Jack. He sounds insufferable. And what's your husband talking about you being irrational? You're not being irrational at all, OP. The top comment says, if your daughter doesn't want your stepdaughter or her husband anywhere near the wedding, your husband needs to sit down and respect that choice. And OP said he will. She wasn't at Holly's. They really don't interact. And the comment under that says, then your husband is a bigger a-hole than I thought. He had zero right to invite his daughter and her awful day to the engagement. And yeah, the comment under that too, not the a-hole. Jack was deliberately trying to cause drama at your daughter's engagement party. Literally during the proposal. He's a complete a-hole, and I wouldn't want him around either. Tell your husband he can see him all he wants to, but should make arrangements to do it somewhere else. Yeah, the audacity of Jack. Get out of here with that crap. So unnecessary. Yeah, the comment under that too. Mocking a sincere and intimate proposal is such an a-hole move. I'm embarrassed for Holly to have a husband who behaved this way. Not the a-hole. Until he apologizes to the couple, he can go and eat grass. Your husband's an a-hole to think that was acceptable. So Jack's Holly's husband. I can't even imagine being a fully grown man acting like that. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, of course you're not the a-hole, OP. And no wonder you don't like him either. And also this comment, not the a-hole. Jack was acting rude and childish. He should have learned years ago, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And ask your husband what he would have done if the shoe was on the other foot. Would he let Liam make fun of such a special day for his daughter? Yeah, 100%. That's such a good point. Like, I don't feel like he'd be okay with it either. Yeah, that's super frustrating, but you're not the a-hole, OP. The next one's called, am I the a-hole for telling my daughter that her sister isn't the golden child? You missed out on an opportunity because you proved over and over that we couldn't trust you. This one's about my two daughters. They're a year apart. I'll call them Callie and Rebecca. Rebecca was a rough teenager. She'd sneak out, steal, lie, had trouble in school. Callie was the opposite. She barely ever got in trouble and was an honest student. Due to Rebecca's behavior, she lost privileges. When they both became freshmen, I allowed them to go places without a parent. Callie was fine alone, but Rebecca causes issues, usually by stealing. She would lose that privilege, and every time we gave her a chance to earn the trust back, she would do something else. This happened for a lot of things, car trips and so on. It was a cycle, and when she was 16, we did therapy. She hated it, and it made it worse. She was super resentful that we were forcing her to go. Rebecca really started to resent Callie also because she'd do things while she had extra rules and conditions. At 18, she left to live at her aunt's house. She robbed the place, and my sister pressed charges. She almost went to jail, and after that, she started to turn her life around. To the main issue, I picked her up, and she made some remarks that she should have a car like Callie. She bought her car from a family member. I told her she should save up for one. She made a comment about how Callie's the golden child, and that's why she had a good childhood with opportunity while hers sucked. I told her no, Callie's not the golden child, and the reason she had opportunities that you didn't was because that we could trust Callie. As a teenager, you proved over and over again that you were not to be trusted. She got mad and it started an argument. She's pissed that we throw her past in her face. My wife thinks that I shouldn't have said anything even if it is true. The top comment says, info, did you and or your wife ever try to get to the heart of why Rebecca went into stealing and sneaking out? Or was it just revoke privileges and done? The latter obvious was right and necessary, but also did you just write off the behavior as she's clearly just a problem? Or did you try and figure out if there was something else going on? And OP said, yeah, we did, but we got a different answer each time. As I said, therapy made it worse, so to this day, I really don't know her main motivation. Yeah, no, I don't feel like you're the a-hole, OP. The second top comment said, you didn't throw her past in her face. You gave a logical response after she made an unfounded accusation full of internet buzzwords. Not the a-hole, and hopefully Rebecca is still in the process of turning her life around, because it sounds like she isn't there yet. Yeah, and the comment under that too, why doesn't anybody trust me? Is told why. Stop throwing the recent past at me. The comment under that says, not the a-hole. Throw her past in her face. You mean make decisions based on people's past actions? Yeah, dummy, no kidding. She may have started to turn her life around, but she still has a long way to go. You see the same behavior in recovering drug addicts. They want to pretend that anything they did before doesn't count anymore. Yeah, this comment too, not the a-hole. Actions have consequences, and it sounds like you did try to help her understand that from a young age. It's important for her to acknowledge that her past behavior contributed to her missed opportunities, not favoritism. And also there's a comment that says, info, how old is Rebecca now? And OP said 22. Yeah, no, I don't feel like you're the a-hole, OP. The next one's back on the relationship subreddit. My 39 female partner, 43 male, won't do basic tasks and then blames it on ADHD. I'm considering calling off the wedding and I need perspective. We've been together for 4 years. We don't live together yet. We're supposed to get married this winter, something simple and small. Then the plan was that I'd move in with him for now, and then we'd look for a place to move to that would be more central for both of our jobs. He has ADHD, medicated, and he is successful in his work. However, when it comes to basic tasks, he simply won't do them and then blames his ADHD. I am really understanding, but sometimes it does become annoying. He simply won't clean anything. He does have a cleaning lady come once a week, so things are mainly fine. But there have been times when she's been away, and in her absence, he does nothing. She's been gone for 3 weeks out of the country, and during that time, he lets dishes build up in the sink. He does no laundry. He doesn't change his bedding, and he sleeps with 2 dogs, so there's fur everywhere, and he doesn't take out the garbage. Oh my god. OP, is he a child? The one I have the hardest time with is that he'll often be behind on invoicing clients. He doesn't want administrative help from other people. He wants me to do it, but I also have a full-time job. He doesn't feel comfortable working with anybody else, and the invoicing does take a bit of time, but it's really no big deal, and he doesn't get paid unless he does it. But over and over, he's months late and starts to run out out of money. He also has budgeting issues. I find this so stressful and it will often affect me. Sometimes he needs to borrow some money just until he gets paid. Each day I'll ask him if he's invoiced and he'll reply, nope, but he manages to go and get his hair dyed, or go get a massage, or go to the dentist or yoga. I try to be understanding, but I'm getting tired of it. He acts so childish about basic responsibilities, but he'll then tell me that he's able to be very successful at work, which is true. If he could budget, he'd be well off. So it's a trade-off. I'm at the point in my frustration that I'm considering calling off the wedding and maybe even breaking up, but I'm not sure if that's only because I'm feeling stressed and frustrated and maybe there is a workaround. I go back and forth in my mind between this is understandable for somebody with bad ADHD and I need to be more sympathetic and patient, and also this is absolutely ridiculous behavior for an adult. I appreciate any insight, especially from those who have ADHD or their partners. Yeah, that's really bad, OP. It does definitely sound like he's using it as an excuse. And also, you don't want your partner to be the sort of person that, you have to check on all the time to make sure they're doing something. Like, you don't want to have to feel like you need to remind him to do his invoicing all the time. Come on, dude. And not doing any cleaning, leaving the washing up to pile up and not cleaning the sheets and stuff. That's not good enough, OP. I don't know if he just expects you to do it, which if he does is even worse. Yeah, this comment, he wants you to serve as an unpaid maid and administrative assistant. It's not going to get better when you live together or get married. I feel quite confident taking a bet that it'll even get worse. Hell, he'll probably dismiss his cleaning service because he thinks you should do it. Please tell him, no thank you. Don't marry somebody that you expect or would want to change. Yeah, and also this comment, just like millions of others, I live the ADHD brain life. Nobody in my life is required to take up my slack. I've built structure and effort into my world. He does not clean because he chooses not to. The end. Yeah, it really does seem like that, OP. Yeah, and also this comment, I dump somebody who can find time to have their hair dyed but can't do the damn dishes, and the refusal to invoice on time. It's weaponized incompetence. Yeah, and also how old did they say they were? 43? Yeah, I definitely don't see it getting better, OP. Oh, that's so sad. The next one that we're going to read is also on the relationship subreddit. My husband doesn't celebrate my birthday. My husband, 25 male, and I, 25 female, have been together for 10 years, and he's never celebrated my birthday or any holiday for me. Mother's Day, my birthday, nor Christmas. I've never received a gift, a card, or done a nice outing for my birthday. I grew up in a house where these kinds of events and holidays were really special, and I'd always look forward to them. Tomorrow's my birthday, and yet again, he's made it clear that he has no plans for a nice outing, or even as small as a cake. We have kids together, and there's nothing I'd love more than something like a handmade card from them for a keepsake. I've expressed to him that I don't need gifts or anything material. I'd just like to feel celebrated, whether that be a nice outing together or a nice dinner at home. Whenever this conversation comes about, he tells me that I'm materialistic. Your birthday, Christmas, and Mother's Day, etc. is no different than any other day. Some years he forgets completely, and the other years he just does nothing. I understand love languages can be different, but after 10 years I'm fed up. I spend every birthday feeling underappreciated and sad. I make everybody else's birthdays and holidays special for them. Is there a better way to go about this? Am I being over dramatic? No, you're not being over dramatic, OP. How have you even stayed with this person? What are you talking about? Oh my god. Hasn't celebrated your birthday or anything for 10 years? The top comment says, I don't know how you were able to stay for 10 years with this person. If you've been telling him that this is the way that you feel loved, and yet he still didn't do anything about it, then he's a jerk. It's not about being materialistic. Don't let him gaslight you about that. My parents have been married for 20 years, and my dad always makes sure that my mum is happy on her birthday. He buys her gifts or cooks her food, even if there were times that he was so broke. It's so hard to accept your husband's behavior because instead of being sorry that he couldn't do crap, he gaslights you into thinking that you're being materialistic, which makes everything even worse. Yeah, and the comment under that, because they're 25. They were 15 when they got together. That's all she knows to date. Yeah, definitely could be. That's so bad, OP, and that's not something that you should put up with. And you're definitely not being materialistic. That's so sad. And like the second top comment says, because it's important to you, it should be important to him. I really hope you do absolutely nothing for him on birthdays. Please stop. On your birthday, go out with friends and or family and celebrate. Bring the kids or get a babysitter, but do something. Stop letting his stick up the arse ways dictate your life. You can't change him, but you can act like you don't care. Enjoy the time with people that actually like and love you and want to celebrate you. He's selfish. Does he do anything for the kids on their birthdays? Yeah, that's such a good point. What about the kids' birthdays? Yeah, and also I like that comment. Stop letting his stick up the arse ways dictate your life. Yeah, just because he thinks it's materialistic, get the hell out of here with that crap. OP, you don't have to agree with that. What a joke. That sounds so bad, and that's so sad. And that's definitely enough for today. That was such a wild episode. I do have something wholesome to show you guys before I go, and I feel like we definitely need it. Dad, there's an ugly monster under my bed. Timmy! That's not how I raised you. Come to me. me, Mr. Spider Creature. You're the only monster here. I'm not ugly. Wow, that's so funny. I don't know if that's wholesome. Definitely unexpected. No, well, it is cute. You're the only monster here. Poor Mr. Spider Creature. This summer's too hot. Me, have you ever planted trees? No. Me, be a lot cooler if you did. Yeah, that one's cute. The top comment says, so like a source of shade or an attempt to combat climate change. And the comment under that, yes, that's beautiful. And on that note, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you had a wonderful time today. And if you did, make sure you let me know down below and also like and subscribe. And the comment of the day goes to Thing1G, watching my last Vincey video before going on vacation for 2 weeks, but I'm gonna catch up when I come back. Going to England, so I may or may not come back with a British accent. Wish me luck. Oh, that's so awesome, Thing1G. I hope you have a wonderful time. That would be so much fun, and I hope you do have a lot of fun. And thank you for watching the episodes. I really appreciate it. Let us know in the comments how everything goes. And thank you all for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. So make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!